Research is something that everyone can do and everyone ought to do. It is simply collecting information and thinking systematically about it. A warm good afternoon to one and all. I, Dr. Neeraj Gandhare, on the behalf of Postgraduate Teaching Department of Chemistry and IQC Navira Mahavidyalaya Kato, welcome you all on the 8th day of our 10 days national level lecture series. On this 8th day of lecture series, we are privileged to have the eminent speaker, Dr. Ratiram Chaudhari sir, and sir is going to deliver talk on research article writings and indexing. Welcome, sir. Now to give the brief introduction of today's guest, I would like to request Dr. Vikas Barsagade sir, Department of Zoology, Assistant Professor Nabira Mahavidyalaya Kator, to introduce our speaker. Over to you, sir. Dr. Barsagade sir.
Hello, thank you, Gandhare sir. Am I audible, sir? Good afternoon to all of you. Dear participant, as you know, today is the 8th day of 10 days national lecture series, and we are here to achieving the objective of this lecture series and enlightening the students, research scholars, and academics. Today we have another dynamic personality with us, and I am pleased to introduce Dr. Ratiram Chaudhari sir. He is Assistant Professor and Head of the Post Department of Chemistry at Kesari Mal Porval College, Kamti. His research area of interest is biogenic synthesis, photosynthesis, metal oxide, nanohybrids, antimicrobial assay, and dye degradation. He has completed one major research project funded by DST-SCRB. He is a recognized supervisor of RTM Nagpur City, Nagpur, and 4 PhD students awarded PhD degree under his guidance. He has been awarded 2 times with Rajiv Gandhi National Fellowship as JRF for pursuing MPhil and as well as in PhD degree. He has published 10 review articles in the peer-reviewed Scopus indexing journals. He is a recipient of several awards. He is a reviewer of more than 25 peer-reviewed journals of reputed publishers like Nature, Springer Nature, Elsewhere, Ville, Frontiers, BBRI Press. He is working as a guest editor for Material Today, proceeding Elsewhere, and presently working as a guest editor for 2 peer-reviewed SCI Scopus journals like Current Pharmaceutical Biotechnology, Green Nanomaterials, and Current Nanoscience. He is also a review editor of Frontiers in Bioengineering and Biotechnology, Frontier in Molecular Biosciences, and Frontier in Materials, Polymeric and Composite Materials. Moreover, he has organized several national state level conferences, webinars, and deliver several invited talks, chair a session like MGU, Kottayam, Delhi, Allahabad, Mumbai, and members of various scientific bodies like ACS, ASCAS, ITAS. So this kind of a personality we have. We are really fortunate to have you, sir. So now I request Dr. Ratiram Chaudhari sir to deliver his talk and guide us. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Kobragade sir, thank you so much for introducing myself. Really, thank you so much to all and my friend Dr. Gandhare sir, as well the colleague of Department of Chemistry in Nabira Science College, and as well I must gratitude to principal of the Nabira College, and as well the gratitude to the Borkar sir to giving me the opportunity among you to interact with you, and really congratulate to all the members body of the 10 days national level lecture series in the memory of the late Sri Bikulalji Nabira. Really, it is a good work and good event, and going to be benefited to the all the PG research scholar and the faculty members. Thank you so much. Is it visible?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
it is visible, sir.
Okay. So this is the Ratiram Chaudhari from SK College, Kamting. And dear colleague and dear ladies and gentlemen, I am from SK College, Kamting, and I am associated with the number of research indexing like Google Scholar, ResearchGate, and Scopus, Farseed, and Publa. And you can find me at this academic website. So today's topic of research article writing, citation, and index. You know very well that nowadays, whole the world as well the young budding researchers are finding to how to write the research articles, as well the what do you mean by citation and index? Because nowadays this important because we are saying whenever any researcher we are find across, we are asking how much is H index. Okay, and as well the citation. So, and this is the hot topic of the young budding researcher as well the teachers, because we know that to write the review article, regular article, short article, and critical article, this is the criticals, because the to write down the article and to publish in the SCI Scopus CAS journal, so it is so much difficult. So I decided that so such type of activity, such type of it means information should decipher to the young budding researcher as well the PG student, because the PG student we are going to be become the young budding researcher. So today's topic is research article writing, how it should be right, and what is the criteria for the writing of the research article, and what is the parameters, and what is the pattern of the research article. So so these are by the outline of my research article, then citation, research impact factor, and H index, S10 index, and G index. So G index is there, but most of the people don't know what is the G index. And G index is the as comparison to H index. Okay, so G index is also good, but most of the people not using the G index. And second most important thing is that the research indexing and abstracting. Okay, so then so first one I have to like to tell you that the writing of scientific research article. How could we write the good research articles? There are several type of the articles. It may be regular article, it may be review article, it may be short review article, it may be short communication, it may be a chapter. Okay, so there are several type of scientific articles. Okay, so but I will emphasize on the regular article, because most of the people know that regular article. However, other people they don't know about the review article, to write the review article, critical article. But it is my appeal to all the researcher and student and the teachers to, apart from the regular article, you can write if you have the time, because in whatever happened in our college we have a lot of time. Okay, in suppose you are not working, you do not have the table work, you do not working in the laboratory. So there is another task, another assignment, that is called as the review articles. So it is my meekly request to the researcher and colleague, try to write the review article and the chapter also. Okay, but today I will not focus on the research regular review article and the chapters. Okay, so today I will totally focus on the how to write the regular article. Those students, those MSc student, yeah, PG student, it may be art faculty, science faculty, yeah, commerce faculty, as well the researcher and teachers. I'd like to tell you that there are number of it means what can you say, how can you write the standard articles? It means, because when you submitting the article any journal, SCI Scopus journal, it will be rejected if you have not written introduction very well, abstract and conclusion and result discussions. So before the telling the brief in the all the this uh, title and introduction and result and dissection, so I would like to tell you the standard format of the articles. So standard format of article is, that is the first you have to write the title of the articles. So title of the article, your title of the article must be eye-catching. What will happen? If your title is not eye-catching, it is not interesting. It means you will not get the citations. You will not get it will not get the more citation. It will not. It means first page, your first title, it should be eye-catch. Your title should be eye-catch. Your title should compile. That title should include the whole topic. It means introduction, result discussion, and conclusion. Okay, so title of the article is must. It is the most important. And second, and then author and affiliation. Okay, so after title of the article, you can write the author's name, then their affiliation. Okay, but different journal, they have the different pattern. Okay, sometimes they can write Chaudhari RG, yeah, RG Chaudhari, like that. Yeah, Ratiram Ji Chaudhari, like that. So there is different pattern of the different journal. Then corresponding author. The corresponding author is the main author. Okay, but here I would like to tell you that corresponding author is not man. Here first author is man. Now scientifically, if you look, if you think scientifically, first author is the most important. Okay, weightage of it means authorship. That is first author is most important, and first author is as well. It will be the more benefited to the scientifically as well academically. And corresponding, who will the corresponding author? Those people, if first author do not know the corresponding to the journal as an editor, like that. So another his guide, yeah, another fellow can become the corresponding author. That is called as the principal author, a leading author. Okay, so here you have to give the email address, like that, email address, and all the details of the corresponding author. Yeah, that is called as principal author. Then come to the next point, that is the most important, that is called abstract. Do you know the meaning of abstract? If you find the meaning of abstract means that is in Marathi, that is called as Amrut. Okay, so abstract is most important. So abstract is the one of the, just like a computer means that is a CPU, keyboards, and monitor of the. Okay, so computer किससे बनता है? CPU, monitor, and keyboard. वैसा ही हमारा ये जो article बनता है, abstract, introduction, result discussion, and conclusion. So these are the four more important of the article. So abstract, you have to give the summary of the whole article. It means you have to give what we are going to be discussing in the introduction, result discussion, and conclusions. So abstract you have to give as well the keywords. So what are the keywords? These are the, in some journal, keywords are the words which are not cited in the abstract. But in most of the journal, the keywords are using whatever used in the abstract. But there are few journals where the keywords are not using the words of the abstract. Okay, and that keyword should be the eye catch. That keyword should be the scientific. The keyword should be the vernacular. The keyword should be the standard word according to the journal style. Okay, then come to the introductions. So introduction is the most important task of the any articles. So according to my view, the introduction is the most important, because more than 200 articles right now, it means till date I have reviewed, and what I've seen, most of the time I am reading their introductions. And introduction is the one of the backbone of the articles, because the introduction reveals, emphasize on the study of the whole articles. Okay, so introduction is most important in your any chapter, any review article, any regular article, yeah, many types of. Okay, so introduction is most of, because introduction is nothing but that is called problem. The problem of the project, the problem of the article, the problem of the review article, the problem of the critical article, problem of the regular article, problem of the chapter. Okay, so this introduction should be eye-catching, should be interesting. It must be emphasized on the whole scenario, what are going to be dictated in the whole article. Then come to the materials and methods. So material methods, these are also most important thing. In some journal, the material methods are writing last part of the article, like in essays, in American Chemical Society, in most of the journal of American Chemical Society, the material methods parts are writing at the end of the article. Even I think Taylor and Francis too. Okay, but most of the journal, their material and method are starting initially. So material and methods, what type of your method you are going to be used, whether it is soldier method, precipitation method, like that. Okay. And material, what type of materials are going to be used, and what type of your raw data, okay, and materials are like that. And second most important thing is that whatever your instrumentation, that is called as characterization part, even characterization part, instrumentation, we have to incorporate here. Then come to the result and discussion. So in result and discussion, you must discuss whatever you obtain the result in your regular work, whatever you obtain in the table. Okay, so whatever you done in at your laboratory at table. Okay, so you have to discuss the whole table and figure with critically discussion with. It means you have to discuss, we have to compare. But my advice is that don't compare with the other work. Okay, it means don't give more citation in the result and discussion, because it is your own work, it is your own creativity. Whatever you want to give the citation, references, you can give the references introduction. You can give the introduction 20 to 25. You can use more than 50, 20 30. Okay, know it. Okay, but result discussion part, you do not give the more citation and more references, because this is your creativity, this is your novel work. You are going to be presenting your novel work, you are going to be presenting your creativity, your scenario, your views, your thought. Okay, so don't compare with the other data. If you are comparing your other data, it means there is a similarity with the other words. There is a similarity with the other work. And if you are comparing this other work, it means there is a finding similarity. There is a finding a plagiarism. Okay, so that plagiarism similarity can be authenticate. You can be find out by the there are a number of softwares like authenticate and turnitin, urkuntu. But most important, but more powerful is that authenticate software is more powerful than turnitin too. Okay, then come to the conclusion. So conclusion is most important. Most of the people don't know the what is the difference between conclusion and abstract. As you told earlier that the abstract is a summary. It means what are going to be dictated, what are going to be present to be. हम क्या करने जाने वाले, क्या करने वाले हो, या क्या हम आपका क्या रहने वाला है रिजल्ट डिस्कशन में, इंट्रोडक्शन में. Okay, but conclusion nothing but that is output of the work, output of the result and discussion. What I said, the output of the result discussion. It is not the output of the introduction, it is not the output of the material and methods, it is the output of the result and discussion. Whatever you got the result, what you got the result, observation, that is creativity, your creativity. So that creativity, how can be output, how can be conclude. Okay, so that conclusion must be in one paragraph. Sometimes what I find, there are number of paragraphs. No, that is wrong. It should be in one paragraph. You have to conclude your work. Okay, so that is conclude your work. It means, and it should be different from the abstract. Don't duplicate, don't deduct it. Okay, sometimes most of the authors are writing whatever written in the abstract, same thing are written in the conclusion. No, in conclusion you have to give your output of the result, output of the results. Okay, it means output of the result and what will we do in the future. So what you are going to be in the future too. Okay, then come to the acknowledgement. So you can acknowledge with your college, your principal, and your those people who are not co-authors of you, but they are help assist your regular work, so you can acknowledge. And funding, if you are receive the funding, you have the grant for this project, yeah, for work, you can. So but don't forget to give the acknowledge in funding, because okay, so you have to mention your funding. It may be DST, SERB, DBT, yeah, your university. Okay, so you have to give this funding. Then references must be single style, similar style, unique style. It's same style. It may be APA farm, it may be MLA farm, it may be Vancouver, Chicago, Harvard, Stanford, okay, Oxford. So, but it should be according to the journal. And TOC is the most important, but most of the journal not asking for the TOC. That is called as graphical abstract. So TOC is nothing but eye-catching of the whole work. Just like abstract, a TOC gives the whole scenario of the abstract. Okay, so this is about the standard form of article. Okay, so apart from that, I will go to dictate the what thing we have to give in the abstract. I will not go in detail. Already I has told most of the things in the abstract. So abstract is nothing but the summary. What are going to be present? Okay, so what thing we are going to be present? So that is called as summary. Okay, so it is nothing but a preview work. Okay, so this is nothing but preview work. जैसे हमारी मीटिंग होती है, मीटिंग के पहले हम एजेंडा बनाते हैं. Okay, so this is one type of agenda. This is our in our traditional language. So this is our agenda. Okay, so this is the abstract is nothing but that is a preview of what to come, what to write. Second, should be little less than technical than the article itself. It is not a whole article. It should be little. It should be brief and technical word. That word should be eye-catching. One sentence, it means the after one sentence, it should be second sentence should be eye-catching. Third sentence should be eye-catching. Okay, it means it will grasp the whole scenario of the whole article. Okay, जैसे हम पिक्चर में देखते हैं ना, जैसे कोई पिक्चर देखो गंगाधर हुआ या गदर हुआ, इसके बाद उसकी एक्टिंग क्या आने वाली है, अब वो क्या बोलने वाला है. Same thing you have to give in the it means each and every word, each and every sentence of the abstract should be eye-catching. Okay, then come to the that it should be one paragraph. This is most important. This is the most important. Sometimes people writing two paragraphs, sometimes writing people whole page, sometimes writing people 2 pages. No, I find what I am telling this is my experience. I have reviewed more than 200 regular and review articles, and I find there some people's writing. I am not talking about Indians. I am talking about the whole world. Okay, so but okay, so it should be one paragraph. It should be one and every journals, the different journals have different criteria. Some journal give the 100 words, some journal suggested 250, 300, even 302 words. Okay, so that is different on the journals. Okay, and what to do? To summarize the problem, as you told earlier, problem. What is your problem? What is your problem of the article? What is the problem of the project? So that problem should be summarized in the abstract. Methods and result and conclusion. So all these, it means you have to take one sentence of problem, method, result, and conclusion, so that your abstract could become the eye catch. And second most important thing is no abbreviation or citation in the abstract. Even some people, to increase their citation, they are giving the citation. No, here no need to give the citation. Please stop, because citation no need to give in the abstract. Even I find in the proceeding, people are giving the citation. No, this is the abstract, no need to give the citation. And no abbreviation. Before your abbreviation, you have to give the full form of the particular whatever you are giving. Okay, so if first one you give the full form, then give the after that you can use the abbreviation. Okay, so this is about the abstract. The introduction, how can you write introduction? Summarize the relevant, okay, summarize the relevant literature of, so that reader will be understand why researcher want to interested to expose the work. Okay, so here in any introduction, first of all you have to give a 2 sentence, 1 or 2 sentence, 1 paragraph. That is general paragraph. That is called as problem. It means, okay, present scenario. What is the present scenario and earlier scenario? Present scenario of the particular topic. So give is in 1 sentence, in 1 paragraph. Second paragraph should be, before the second paragraph, why should you choose this work? What are you going to be dictate? What are you going to be presenting your work? So before that, you give that, and then come to the literature of the survey. It means the particular work, a particular topic you are going to be presenting, and go in deep, and then give the review of literature. It means you go in deep, give also application part, give also review of literature. Okay, in second paragraph should be application as well review of literature. Okay, but first paragraph should be the general. It should be the problematic. Okay, so in first paragraph you must understand, you must decipher the problem of the work. Then come to the next 1 to 4 paragraphs should be enough. Yes, you can write 3 paragraph, 4 paragraph, but don't cross the four paragraph. it should be, your introduction should be 3 paragraph. What I told earlier, it should be the problem. Second, it should be the on the based on the review of literature. And third one, what are your finding and what are you going to be present in the present work. Okay, so it should be 3 or 4 paragraph. Also highlight why author work is more important. Yes, this is the most important, because reader, because I am always reading the introduction to your, okay, it means many times I am reading the introduction. So introduction give the whole scenario of the article. Okay, so highlight why other work is more important. ये work तुम्हारा क्यों important है? Why you are chosen? Why your work is novel? Why your work is good? Why your work is good as compared to other? It means that is review of literature. Why compared to others? So this is the most important. And at the end of the sentence, you must explain with the present work in the brief. It means what you are going to be dictated in the result and discussion. What is your work in the present article. So you must give the brief discussion, 1, 2 or 3 lines. In the present work, we are going to be synthesized in nanoparticle and characterized by several analytical techniques for antibacterial and antifungal activity. So this type of sentence you have to give in the last sentence of the introduction. So this is our introduction. Then come to the next, that is the most important, that is the result and discussion. So result and discussion, this is the most important, as you told earlier, that here in this result and discussion, no need to give the more citation, because this is your creativity, this is your own work, this is your hypothesis. Okay, that hypothesis you are going to be interpreting, discussing. Okay, and don't compare to others. You can give 3 to 4 references even, but my earlier I was giving many references, but nowadays I am not giving the references in the result and discussion, only 1 or 2 whenever it is needed. Okay, so result and discussion, highlight the significant results. Okay, whatever your results are obtained during your analysis or during your laboratory work and after your characterization. So highlight the significance of the result, eye-catching results, but don't just repeat and don't become the redundant. Okay, though your data should not be redundant, repeat nahi karna hai, but don't just repeat it. Okay, second most important is that do the data support the hypothesis. Okay, so here hypothesis, it means what you are getting the results, your hypothesis should be interpret, should be give you, whenever you want, give the support. It means give the support citation, but not more. Okay, so here hypothesis, your work should be interpret on your by your own work, by your own creativity, bound, so that referee can be impressed. Because the referee don't assume that your referee is always smart, and referee is always smart because that editor will send, if sometime the editor asking 2-3 referee, but they never send the article your suggested referee. Sometimes he can send one up out of 3 to 3 out of 3 he can send, but never. He always recommend other referee than you recommended. Okay, so and that the referee should be really, that is he might be good researcher and having more citation, and he always smart than you. Okay, our result consistent with what other investigator reported. Our result consistent with the what other investigator reported. So it is called as citation. Okay, it means if you want, you can give the it means what other results are obtained regarding, it means with your work, is there any result similar to us? It means if similarity is fine, there is no novelty. Okay, then what is your novel work? Okay, because your article is based on result and discussion. Your article is based on the hypothesis. Okay, so here, if you want, you can give the citation. You can refer here. Okay, you compare here, but okay, but if you are giving the comparison, you I'm okay. So I appeal you that whenever you compare the work, you must compare, but your result, but in comparison, you must, you must reveal, you must expose that my work is totally different from the earlier work. Okay. Then come to the, if the results were unexpected, if the results were unexpected, try to explain why. Is there another way to interpret your result? This is the most important thing is that. Okay. If the results were unexpected, try to explain why. Is there another way to interpret your results? This is the most important. What are happening? What is going on? People are, most of the people are taking the compare with the other another data and compare with another authors, another work, and they are writing. No. You don't compare. I already said that. You don't compare with the others. You, if you are getting the unexpected result, you are getting the different result. So that is your novel of the work. So that is your the beauty of the article. So that is your the beauty of the result, that is beauty of the chapter, article, yeah, project. Okay, so this is unexpected result. It means that is a novel work. Okay, so that novel core you can interpret your own work, and you must mention such type of work not be reported by the any other person, yeah, any elsewhere. Okay, so this is your the beauty of the work. So beauty of the article is this is okay. So this sentence reveal the beauty of the article. Your whatever result is obtained, that result you are interpreted by your own words. With the next come to the do not give more citation, as you mentioned you earlier that do not give more citation, give only specific citation. No need to give the citation in the result and discussion. If you are giving the you are giving this much and more citation in your result and discussion, it means that is a copy and paste, and you are comparing your, because in your work there is a non-novel work. Just you are only comparing to others. It means it will be rejectable, 100% rejectable. Okay, then end with the one statement at last. Most of the people is not writing this. Okay, but at last, before the conclusion you must write. Okay, so whatever you concluded, whatever you discuss, whatever you interpret, so at the last the end with the one sentence summary of the conclusion. It means at last sentence, okay, you must summarize the work, okay, with emphasizing and with the relevant and with the eye-catching word. Okay, and then come to the conclusion. And then come to the conclusion. The conclusion in what? As you told earlier that the conclusion in abstract is totally different. The conclusion in, and it is the final piece of writing of the article. ये सबसे last वाला part है, और ये ऐसा part होना चाहिए. Sometime reviewer only reading introduction and conclusion. Yeah, sometimes he reading only conclusion. Okay, so this is the most important, and this is the, it means we can say that is the masterpiece. It's your work. So here, this should be the masterpiece of the work. Okay, so it is the final piece of the writing of the articles, and wrap up your idea and leave the reader with the strong final impression. You must impress. Okay, so you must impress to the referee. You must give the output of the idea. You bind off your idea. कौन सी आइडिया, इंट्रोडक्शन की नहीं, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट की नहीं, मटेरियल मेथड की नहीं है. Your idea from the result and discussion. What is your hypothesis? What are your hypotheses? That hypothesis, that interpretation, that wraps the idea in the conclusion. Okay, so that it means your idea should be strong. Okay, then come to the next. Summarize your overall findings. Whatever your findings, result and discussion, that finding are summarized here. Then come to the next. Find out output of the work. This is the most important thing. Find out the output of the work. Output means what you obtain from your result. What is the nano size? What is the structure? What is the structure, shape, size, and the results? What influences, enhances? So that thing you have to give it, but you should not be similar to the abstract. Okay, then come to the connect the significance of the work. It means you try to connect the significance of the work. Okay, it means new significance, new novel work. Okay, new idea, so that you can suggest to the society. Which society? Scientific society, academic society, research society. So give some message, give some significance to the society. Okay, so in last sentence I have written that also suggest possible future research. It means whatever did in your laboratory, whatever did the work that, okay, so that beautifully suggests to the society. Okay, such it means whatever obtain that result can be possible for various applications apart from the antibacterial and antifungal activity. It can be possible for the carcinogenic activity. It can be possible for the between different applications. Okay, related applications. So these are the about the conclusion and acknowledgement. As you mentioned that, so in acknowledgement you must mention your laboratory, your college, and if you carried out the work in different laboratory, different institute. Okay, so you can mention you can also mention the safe, yeah, STIC. It means where you can outsourcing characterization. They always even the outsourcing characterization, they always suggested you, they always requested you, please acknowledge us. Even safe coaching people always mail me, please acknowledge us in okay, so you can acknowledge here even. Okay, but acknowledgement and funding is totally different. Here acknowledgement, no need to acknowledge funding here. Okay, so funding is totally different. You can acknowledge that funding in the funding part. Okay, then last part, there's the references. Okay, so there are, as you told earlier, the references is most important, and references should be single style. It should be single style. It should be single. It may be Vancouver style. It may be APS style. Okay, it may be MLS style. It may be MHRA, Harvard, Vancouver, Oxford, and Chicago. APA means that is American Psychological Association. Okay, Modern Language Association. Okay, then Modern Humanity Research Association, Harvard, Vancouver, Oxford, Chicago. Okay, so these are the style. And then there are some plagiarism similarity. There are a number of software. One of them are Authenticate is good software than Turnitin. Then Urkun is also there, but more Turnitin and Authenticate is good. Okay, so this is about the article writing. Okay, so how can write the regular article and how could be write. Okay, so this is about the writing of the research article. Then next come to the indexing. Okay, so before that, after writing the articles, suppose just I have written the article, I have written very good articles. Okay, and that is and I am saying my work is novel. Okay, my saying that my work is novel. So, but if you are, then your work is novel, then why are you publishing in the journal having H index, having the impact factor 1 and 1.2, yeah, not refer journal, yeah, not peer review journal. Okay, so this is my appeal to all the peoples, all the researchers and teachers. If your work is good, because most of the people are saying my work is good, my work is interesting, but these words far. Okay, so it means you are only saying. But when you are going to submitting your work in the reputed journal, you are getting the number of rejections. It means your work is not creativity. Okay, so but it is my 100-time request. Try to submit in the SCI and Scopus journal. When you are submitting your job article in SCI and Scopus, you will get the lot of scope. You are getting the number of email from the different journals and different conference and symposia. They are citing you. Dr. Chaudhary, your work is good. So we are humbly requested you give your you give your talk in the incoming forthcoming conference. So you are here to by your citation. Okay, once you are publishing your work in the Scopus. Okay, so no need to update your work in Google Scholar. It will immediately come in Google Scholar as well as Scopus. Okay, so once I write the work article. So after writing the article, the question is arise in your mind: where should I publish? Okay, so that I should publish the research article which the journal which having the more impact factor, the journal which having the more index and more cited journal. Okay, the more cited journal, the journal which having the more impact factor like 10, 15, 14, 60 like that. Try to submit in SES. Okay, so ACS, then elsewhere, Springer, okay, Springer Nature, like biological people, we can publish your data in PLOS as well. Frontier is most important. That is one of the reputed publisher in for biological science. Okay, then Bentham Science, Taylor and Francis, IOE, IEEE, ICE. Okay, so these are the reputed publisher. So apart from this regular publisher, there are none of the good publisher. Okay, so these are the good and impact. Okay, so now question is arise in mind. What is the H index? What is the citations? Okay, and what is the research impact? So this is the three murti. Okay, this is the three index, and this is the most important. Okay, हम बोलते ना. Okay, so this is the most important, because the people will be recognized, the people will be popular. People, the scientific people, if he scientifically sound, it means scientific sound means his H index should be high, his citation should be high, his impact factor should be high. Okay, so the question is arise, what is the citations? So question is arise, what is a citation? Just 1 minute. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. So question is arise, what is a citation? Citation means what? As I mentioned earlier, and a number of time I have acknowledged this word, citation. Citation for the any article, any chapters, and the any scientific data. Okay, a citation is nothing but simple. That is called as acknowledgement to the previous published, unpublished work. Okay, because if you are not cite the work, it's supposed to be you rob the words. Okay, you rob the words and you are not cite. It means you will be infringed. Infringe means that means you may be jail. That is called as jail, and you may be number imprisonment. Okay, it means you will be. It means you will be trapped. You will be trapped by journals and authors. So citation is most important. Citation means you have to acknowledge the previous work. Okay, so you have to acknowledge. You have to give the reference to the previous published work. And if your sentence is your own, then no need to give the citation. But one of the word out of the sentence, one of the word is similar to the earlier work, then you have to give the cite. Okay, you give the citation. Okay, because without citation, you will be trapped by the journals, publisher, as well the authors. He will claim and blame you. Okay, so giving up citation is most important, so that the other people will be benefited by your citation. They will give the number of citation. His or her citation will be increased by your citation. Okay, so it is important. Okay, then before that, do you know that these peoples? Okay, so I will explain you diagrammatically and the most popular persons. So these are the icons of the world. These are the icons of their countries, but these are the icons of the worlds. Okay, so these are the popular peoples. They are popular by their theme. They are popular by their work. They are popular. They have social work. They are popular by their idea. They are popular by their creativity, and hence they are cited. They are cited media like Instagram, Twitter. Many people tweeted about Modi ji. Okay, Donald and Vladimir Putin, Ping. So why? Jinping? Why? Because they are the most cited most popular people, most popular politician. Okay, it means highly cited in the newspaper, then scientific media, Instagram, then Facebook. Okay, so it means online, Google, everywhere they are cited. So why? Because of their work. Because of their work. Because of their work, they are acknowledged by these various peoples. Mission of Missile Man. Okay, him number of times, various times, billions times acknowledged by the whole the world. Lata Mangeshwar, nobody will become the Lata Mangeshwar. You know that. Amitabh Bachchan, no, never ever will become Amitabh Bachchan. Michael Jackson, Einstein, Kailash Satyarthi, Nobel laureate. Malala, why Malala? Because younger. Okay, so Malala is younger and she had got the Nobel Prize in young ages. Then National Mandela is a famous. In African, there are 10 to 15 people they have got to Nobel Prize, but he was popular, very popular. Then Bill Gates, there are several people, so many people, there are so many rich. Okay, so many rich, but he is rich as well, the computer man, Bill Gates. Then Tata is social worker as well as tycoon, entrepreneurs. Nobody will become the entrepreneurs like the Tata. Even Ambani's son. Okay, Mukesh Ambani, Anil Ambani. Okay, then Dhirubhai Ambani. Then Sachin Tendulkar. No one will become the Sachin Tendulkar ever. Then John Cena. He never tap in W. He is my favorite. So that John Cena never tap in the match. Never tap. He only win. Sometimes he defeat. Sometimes he lose match, but he never tap. Okay, so these are the people, these are the icons, and these are highly cited. So this is called as citation. Okay, so whenever you are giving the citation to the peoples, because myself, whenever I'm writing the article, I am writing the article with the people having the highly cited. With the article, I citing those articles. Before citing the sentence, I must go through that journal and find that journal. What is the impact factor of journals? You find my papers. Don't find my papers earlier. Recently published, you find my papers. I am always citing the papers which are published in highly reputed journal, which having the index more than 5. It means, so this is my review, this is my appeal, and it means urgent request to all. Try to cite the paper, try to cite the journal which having the more impact factor, that is impact factor calculated by Thomson-Reuters, but it is now Thomson-Reuters is now it is called as Clarivate Analytics. Now it is also called Clarivate only. Okay, so Clarivate, earlier it was Thomson-Reuters, earlier it was ISI. Okay, then Thomson-Reuters, then Clarivate Analytics, and now it is only Clarivate. Headquarter of Clarivate is London, UK, United States. So okay, so this is called as citation. So this is, it means by diagrammatically and by this scenario. So this scenario, I hope that you can understand the citation. Okay, so your answer. So these are the words I have written, what I got from the Google. Okay, so this is rough. Okay, but so what I given the earlier image. So that is most important. Okay, so the citation nothing but that a reference to the published and unpublished. I already told you that. It is abbreviated alphanumeric expression embedded in the text. Okay, no doubt. Then avoid to plagiarism. So avoid to plagiarism, avoid to similarity, to infringe, to avoid the infringe and plagiarism. You okay, so to avoid the plagiarism, avoid the infringement. Okay, so this is it. Gandhar sir, is it audible?
Yes, sir. It is audible, sir.
Okay. So it is to avoid the plagiarism and similarity and infringement. You must give the citation to the peoples, because other people will be benefited and it will be cited, and his her will be h-index and citation will be increases, so that giving the citation. Okay, citation should supply the detail to identify the item uniquely. Okay, then journals, author, how can you cite journal, author, article like that? In the book citation, international citation is totally different. For article is different, book citation is different. Whenever giving the book, ISBN number, as well the publisher name, okay, as well the where it published from, like London, okay, Stanford, like that, okay, Washington, okay, because in that citation you have to mention the particular publisher as well the city name. Then other international standard serial number, ISSN, electronic document. Okay, then come to the next. So this is the one type of, this is one of the paper. This is the one of the paper on the biogenic article, biogenic nanomaterial. Okay, so in material science engineering, having factor 7.5, and so for the acknowledgement, for your acknowledgement, for your understanding, I have given the here. Now, okay, so this is type of citation. Now here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are called as a citation. Okay, so as we mentioned earlier, it may be a numerical, alphanumerical word. Okay, so citation style is totally different. Depend on the depend on the journals, different journals. Okay, it may be superscript, it may be in bracket, square bracket. Yeah, it may be Chaudhari et al, Gandhari et al, like that. Okay, it may be different style. So Gandhari et al, Chaudhari et al, so it is a Chicago style. Okay, superscript, that is called as Asia style. Okay, then even okay, so in bracket it may be frontier style, Taylor and Francis style. Okay, so it is different on the different journal. Okay, then if you might you have DOI, digital object identifier. This is the most important. This is the other kind of paper. DOI is okay. DOI is most important. Okay, I will tell you later on. Okay, then next. Then these are the reference styles. So reference style should be unique, as you mentioned earlier. Reference style should be unique, and that should be a similar pattern. Okay, that should be similar pattern. That should be single way. Okay, and because referee will be because referee will be comment down. The number of comment will be increases and your paper will be rejected. Okay, so try to give the references in single format, and reference, don't give chance to the referee to give to comment on the references, because reference is a simple thing. Okay, you have to write time. Okay, because if you are giving the two three comments, it means number of comments will be increased, so it will give the lacuna of your articles. Okay, then next, where should we publish our data? As you mentioned you earlier that your data, if you are reported data, you must publish your data in the Thomson Reuters impact factor. Try to. Okay, hereafter you decide that. Hereafter you decide. You take swear. Take swear. My data in reputed journal, SCI and Scopus journal. What will give the golden opportunity to you? If you are publishing the SCI and Scopus, you will get the, if you are not, you will get the number of more citation. You will age index will be increases. And if you are not publishing your work in the SCI and Scopus, you will not cite you. आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि मैं नागपुर का बास हूं, मैं नागपुर में अच्छा हूं, मुझे बहुत लोग पहचानते हैं, मैं इसका अच्छा वर्क है, बट नहीं. बट पीपल यू विल नॉट रिकॉग्नाइज ग्लोबली. When will you recognize globally? When your H index is more, when your citation is more, when your publication having, when your journal. Okay, so this is most important. Okay, and try to submit the data in the Thomson Reuters impact factor. Okay, as you told you that nowadays it is not a Thomson Reuters, it is a Clarivate. Clarivate is the more, Clarivate it is company, it is a big company. Okay, your turnover it is more than $25 billion. Okay, and it is situated in the, okay, and that handling all this procedure, handling all this data, and It is giving the impact factor to all the journals. Okay, then which journal should we decide? Okay, so journals, there are number of journals, there are thousands of journals, but before that journal we must decide the publisher. Okay, there are few publisher, and that publisher are the reputed. Okay, like Nature, but nature is open journal, you have to pay the amount. Okay, Nature is the open journal, you have to pay the amount, because they open the your article for open, because any like RSC Advance, it is a golden open access journal. Yeah, UPR there, but there are two category. If you are belong to the if you are belong to the country, it means like Jordan, like, okay, so there are two category, low, what we can say, economical, okay, even Pakistan, Jordan, so this country, they can waive the fees, they are not to pay the fees. But India is not waiving the country. They will not waiving the to India. Okay, so you have to pay the amount. So I think $250, not $15. Sorry, $500 for RSC Advance. So Nature is also one of the paid journal, and we have to pay. Why these paid journal? Because they are because they articles or data will be open to access for all. So therefore they are taking the APC. APC means applied processing charges. Okay, so that charges fees are they are taking. Okay, so then ACS, come to the ACS, American Chemical Society. Okay, so American Chemical Society, American Physical Society, there are number of societies of the American, but to publish the data in American Chemical Society, it requires the reputed data. It gives the number of, it will give the number of revisions. Okay, then come to the RSC. RSC is one of the most important publisher of London, Royal Society of Chemistry. Okay, after Nobel laureate. Okay, I like to tell you that after the Nobel laureate, Nobel Prize is one of the reputed reputed award in the scientific, yeah, academic. Okay, so after that FRS, fellow of RSC, a fellow of Royal Society. Okay, so Royal Society is a big society, and it is a old society and reputed society. Then come to the Ville. Ville is also most important and most reputed publisher. And then similarly elsewhere, everybody know the Elsewhere is the a big publisher. More than 20,000 journals are there, art, science, and commerce. Okay, there are number of journals, and every year they are introducing the more than 50 journals every year. So Elsewhere have the two website. Okay, now keep in mind, and please keep in mind, Elsewhere having the two websites. That is the ScienceDirect. ScienceDirect is not the publisher. Listen carefully. ScienceDirect is not the publisher. ScienceDirect is the whole publishing the data. It means ScienceDirect is the website of the Elsewhere that publishing the whole article. Okay, that publishing the whole article. And Scopus is the another website of the Elsewhere that abstracting only abstract. That abstracting, the indexing only abstract. In Scopus, you will find the abstract of the article. You will not find the details. Okay, and second and third one, that is a Mendeley, and Mendeley for the reference style. Okay, so these are the three website of the Elsewhere. That is first one, that is the ScienceDirect, then Scopus, and third one, that is the Mendeley. Okay, then Springer is also one of the most reputed publisher. It is a reputed publisher, and it is the oldest publisher. It is a situated, headquarter is in Netherlands. And then next, MDPI. MDP is also, there's a multidisciplinary digital publishing institute. Then IOP, Institute of Physics. It is also oldest publisher of London. Okay, it is for physics people, Institute of Physics. Then IEEE, it is also called engineering, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineer. Then Institute of Civil for engineering peoples. Then Taylor and Francis is also a reputed publisher, but Taylor and Francis are having the sub branches, CRS Press, Routledge. Okay, there are a number of that is sub branches. Then Frontiers, as you told earlier, Frontiers are also reputed. I'm one of the journal. I am the review editor and I have reviewed more than 15, more than 25 review article of the Frontier. Frontier is false. Frontier is the reputed publisher for the biological peoples. Okay, but because whenever there is a, it means release the data. So Frontier is, I think it is a third or fourth publisher among the all these publishers. Then plus is for the life peoples, life science people. Plus means that is headquarters is at San Diego, America. No, sorry, California in America. Plus that is Public Library of Science. Okay, and it is the youngest publisher, and it is good publisher for life science. Then Bentham Science. Bentham Science is now, earlier it was not a good publisher, but nowadays it is a good publisher and taking, but it is long time publish. It is taking time consuming publisher, but it is good publisher. Okay, so this is about the publisher. You have to okay, but apart from there is a Sage publisher. Okay, and AIP publisher as well there. But you try to publish data in these publishers. Okay, no need to try to others. अगर आप दूसरे जगह करते हो तो कोई मतलब नहीं है, आप इसी में करिए. So this is my weekly request. So this is my appeal. This is my suggestion. You try to publish out of this journal, out of this publisher. Okay. Then come to the what is impact factor. Okay. The most of the people don't know what is the impact factor. Okay. So even young budding researcher and in people, MSc people and the researcher, they don't know. Okay. So what is impact factor? Because every journal getting the impact factor. Impact factor mean what? That give the reputation to the journal. That give the prestige to the journal. That give the honor, awards and reward to the journals. Okay. That give the what? It means that reputation to the journals. Okay, it means that impact factor, more the impact factor. Okay, the more the reputation of the journals. And to achieve the impact factor to any journal, it requires the number of citations. Okay, so now we come to the citations. Okay, so this impact factor is nothing but that is average number of citations received in the particular year by paper published in the journal during the 2 preceding years. So here 2 is more important, preceding 2 years. However, in site, okay, site score. However, so this is the concept of ISI. This is the concept of ISI. This is the concept of Thomson and Reuters. This is the concept of Clarivate. This is the concept of Web of Science. Okay, this is the concept of Web of Science. This is the concept of SCI expanded, then social science citation. Okay, like that. Okay, but apart from this, L-sure people, that is called as site score. But site score measure on the basis of 3 years, and this impact factor measure on the basis of a preceding 2 years. This is the difference between. Okay, so in site score, you are calculating the impact factor on the basis of 3 years, and the impact factor, SCI impact factor, Thomson-Reuters impact factor calculated on the basis of 2 years. Okay, so impact factor supposed to be want the impact factor of 2020. Okay, now right now all the journals have the impact factor of 2020. Okay, 2020. Now 2021 be released after the March. Okay, so impact factor will release after in the month of April, May, sometime June, but in the month of April it will release. Okay, now we will get the impact factor of 2021. Okay, now how to calculate the impact factor? Suppose there are a journal having total number of publication 2019 25 and 2018 having 25. It means 25 50 हो गए. ठीक है, यानी एक ऐसा जर्नल है उसको 25 पेपर उसने पब्लिश किया पूरे साल में, दूसरे साल में 25 किया है तो 50 हो गए. ओके, सो हाउ कैन यू कैलकुलेट द नंबर ऑफ साइटेशन रिसीव 2020? अगर हम लास्ट ईयर का इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर कैलकुलेट करेंगे, अभी हमारे पास जर्नल का इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर 2020 का 21 का आने का है, अभी मार्च या अप्रैल के बाद आएगा. 2020 का अगर इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर हमें अगर देखना है तो क्या वो किसके बेस पे कैलकुलेट किया? साइटेशन रिसीव 2019 एंड साइटेशन रिसीव 2018. So number of citation received of 2020 to the atom published in 2019 and 2018 divided by a total number of articles published in 2019 and 18. It means total number of citation of 2 years divided by a total number of articles published of 2 years. So what we will get? So 100 divided by total number of citation received that journal 100, and total number of article published in that journal 50. So 100 divided by 50. So impact factor is 2. So this is about the impact factor. Okay. So this is about the impact factor. Okay. Then next come to the what is the H index? So this is the most important for the each and every researcher, because the most of the people asking, because what is the golden opportunity of H index, high H index? Yeah, what is the advantage of H index? I must say advantage. Instead of advantage, I must say the golden opportunity. Because why? Because once you increase your H index, you will get the number of offer. You will get the number of email from the publisher, yeah, journal, to write the book, to write the thematic issue. Thematic issue, you will not get the proposal from the journal unless and until you have the H index more than 15. Because in my material today proceeding, my H index was 13. So I was not suitable. I was totally unable. So at that time I was choose NBC Professor NBC. He has H index more than 30. Then in second case, current pharmaceutical biotechnology, I submitted proposal. He two time rejected. Third time I submitted proposal. Then they said that Dr. Chaudhari, if you are like to work with us, but you are arrange one of the co-editor, you having H index more than 25. Yeah, more than 20. So just I submitted proposal with the person having H index at 30. Then my proposal was accepted with NBC, and now currently working with NBC, one of the current pharmaceutical biotechnology, as well as Professor Martin from Argentina having H index more than 25, and Jordan from Dr. Professor Sami, current nanoscience. So right now I am working for the three journals, guest editor, and for that I am getting, I like to say, $500 for that, because it is so hush-push, because it is required too, it means it required too much work. Okay, it is complicated work, because we have to give the decision, we have to review the article, we have to give the decision, and then we have to give the decision. Okay, decision on the article. Okay, so H index, and second most important thing is that for to write the chapter, write the book, not chapter. Write the book, everybody can write the chapter, no issue. But to write the book, it requires also more H index people. Because earlier we submitted Dr. from Himachal, from UK, sorry, UP. Okay, and Dr. Alok Rai, my colleague. So our proposal was rejected by Springer as well as elsewhere. Then elsewhere accepted our proposal, one condition. They said that Dr. Chaudhary and Alok Rai and RP Singh, if you are arranging one of the co-editor having H index more than 25, then you will your proposal will be accepted. Then we decided to take that Professor Abdullah. Then we have taken Abdullah. Then we have written his name last. So then again they mail the publisher. Dr. Chaudhary, Dr. Abdullah is reputed person. He is the reputed person having citation 18,000. So please give his name earlier. It means initially. So you have written his name initially, and I'd like to say that. And now we are going to be publishing one book, that is green nanotechnology. So in elsewhere. Okay, so H index is the more important. So okay, so what is the H index? So while going to there, H index, what is the H index? Most of the people know what is H index, how it is increased H index, how can calculate H index. Okay, so simple, it is a number of papers. अगर आपके पास 15 पेपर है, तो 15 पेपर का citation at least 15 होना चाहिए बस. So that is H index. The number of paper with citation number equal to or greater than H. It means, I will give the example. I have given my papers. Okay, it means अगर आपके पास 50 पेपर है, if you have the 15 papers, 50 papers, out of 50 papers, अगर आपके 15 ऐसे पेपर है, 15 ऐसे आर्टिकल है, उसका साइटेशन 16 है एटलीस्ट. ठीक है, या समझो लेट इट बी 16 आर्टिकल है, 50 में मैं आपको बताऊंगा मेरा वाला, ठीक है। सो अगर लेट इट बी द आउट ऑफ 100 articles, if we have the 16 article that having the 60 citation at least, so that is called as 16H index. Okay, and one other one term is that is called as G index. The G about the G index, most of the people don't know the word G index. Okay, so G index is also one of the good factor. Okay, it is USA people are using that G index. It is also good, and it is also good as comparison to H index. Okay, it will come soon. So what is H index? The number of paper with the citation, number of paper with number of citation, bus. Number of paper with the number of citation equal to or greater than H. The term is coined by the George Harris. It is from the USA, California. Okay, so why we are using the H index? It is a characteristic of scientific output of the researcher. It will give the scientific impact. जिसका ज्यादा impact H index ज्यादा है, so it is a reputed person. It can means it is a scientific peoples to characterize scientific property of the researcher. It will give the it will give the scientific property, scientific dignity of the researchers. It provides the abstract of the publications. Okay, access point to the documents. It gives the researcher productivity and impact of his publication. That is most important. It gives the productivity and scientificity of the particular publication of the particular researcher. Okay, and symbol, how it is calculated by citation versus publications. Okay, before that, I will have to go before the where we find the H index. So H index, G index. Scopus have H index. Okay, if you have the Scopus account, you can find your H index. If you have the Web of Science indexing, you will find the H index. If you have the Google Scholar account, you will find the H index. If you have the ResearchGate, you will find the H index. ResearchGate is most important. If you want any paper and that paper is more likely to be proper for you, then you can suggest, you can recommend, you can request to the particular researcher, and he will give personally the paper. Okay, because most of the articles are require money. Okay, in elsewhere you have to pay the money, and that if you could not to pay the money, then you can request to the particular researcher, and by ResearchGate you can take that article. Okay, then Mendeley is also having H index. Academia also H index. Okay, so this is about the H index having this academic society. Okay, now see here, this is citation versus the publication, citation versus the papers. Now you see here, so this is the curve. Okay, the more than H citation, citation. So this is the curve. Okay, so it is calibration curve. You will find the calibration curve, and you will get the H index. Okay, now second scenario B, the author B, the publication, he having the number of publication 11, total number of publication is 11, and total citation is 124, 115, 104, 75, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 0. So how can you give the H index? How can you find the H index? Now see, first article citation is 124, second 115, third one is 104, 4 is 75, and fifth one is 4. Now what I told, number of article equal to number of citation. अब फिफ्थ जो 5 नंबर का जो आर्टिकल है आपका, आर्टिकल पब्लिकेशन नंबर 5, having how much citation? 4. Okay, is having citation is 4. So what will be the H index? H index will be the 4. And when will be this author will have the H index 5? When the article number 5 will increase its citation 5. Okay, अगर 5 आर्टिकल नंबर जो 5 है उसका साइटेशन है 4, अगर एक साइटेशन बढ़ जाए वो 5 हो जाएगा, तो उसका H इंडेक्स हो जाएगा 5. यानी हमें क्या चाहिए, जितने हमारे पास आर्टिकल है उतने ही हमारे साइटेशन चाहिए, उसके ऊपर के चाहिए. सो वी हैव आर्टिकल 11, but out of 11 4 article having the citation is good, and more than its number. It means article number 4 having citation is more than 75. So therefore, its index is 4. Similarly, say see in this case scenario C. Okay, third slide. So there are 8 articles and citation is 6. Why not 7? Why not age index is 7? Why not age index is 5? Why not age index is 7? Yeah, 15. No, because total number of article is 6 and total number of article is 6 and article number 6 having citation is 6. And when will it increase H index 7? Once the article number 6 and article number 7 receive the citation 7, then its H index will be the 7. Okay, then come to the D. Similarly that. Okay, same to thing. Okay, now say for example, this is my H index. H index is 16 and I10 is 29. So how it is 16 is arrived? Okay, now the first article citation is 70, then 65, 60, then come to the last one, that is this 60. My last article is 60. Okay, 60, that having H index, that having citation is 60. Apart from that, there is a number of articles. More, it means I have the more 100 article, but that citation is 15, 14, 12, 13, 1, 2, even some article have 0 citation. Okay, so if you see the left hand side, these are the number of articles. So article number 16, that is a microwave, custard, apple, copper. This article number is 16 and his citation is 16. So therefore my H index is 16. Okay, so this is about the calculation of the H index. And second most important thing is G index. G index is also one of the most important, because what happened, suppose two are the friend, suppose we are the two friend, दोनों का एच इंडेक्स सेम है, सब जो मैं हूं और एक मेरा दूसरा दोस्त है, उसका भी एच इंडेक्स सेम है और मेरा भी एच इंडेक्स सेम है, मेरा भी 6 इंडेक्स है और उसका भी 6 इंडेक्स है, बट मेरा 102 है और उस दोस्त का भी एच इंडेक्स, उसका भी सॉरी मेरा साइटेशन 102 है और उस दोस्त का भी साइटेशन 63 है, मेरा 102 है और उसका 63 है. My citation is 102 and my friend citation is 63. Though our H index is 6. So it is called as discrimination, injustice. So therefore, Livo Ige from the USA, okay, he calculated index that is called as a G index. Okay, now see, in first author having the 10 papers, first paper having the 10 papers, first author having the 10 papers, and citation 30, 17, 15, 13, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, total is 102. Similarly, author number 2, that is my friend, 10, 9, 9, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, and total citation is 63. Now compare, I having the total citation 102, my friend having citation 63, but we both H index is 6. So it means why my citation is, although my citation is more, but H index is same. So therefore Livoigi calculated G index, that is called as G index, and G index is calculated on the basis of average value, So author number 1 G index will be the 10. That is, it means approximately. So approximately author number 1, the G index will be 10, and author number 2, the G index will be the 6. So this is the G index. Now we are listening, we are seeing, we are calculating H index nowadays. Okay, but in future we will be fine G index. Most of the people do not know the G index, but American people are using this G index, and these are not giving the discrimination, injustice, and this is the good. Okay, so this is the good data. This is called as cytometric data. Okay, author level metrics. Okay, and this index calculated based on the distribution of the citation received by the given researcher and publication. Okay, and this is the good data, and this is the best data that giving the H index. Okay, and this is the, it means after 5 to 10 years you will find the G index. Okay, then there are, so apart from that, okay, finally I would like to tell you that there are, I told you earlier that ISI, then Thomson Tutor and Clarivate Analytics, and nowadays it called as only Clarivate. This is the big company, big organization that calculating impact factor, number of data, okay, and reputed company, okay, millions of turnover, okay. Apart from that, these there are more indexing, abstraction, that is called, I must say, abstracting. Okay, so this abstracting provide the researchers, administrator, and faculty and the student with the quick and powerful access to the bibliographic and citation information, and they need from over more than 3,700 of the world's leading scientific and technical journals across the 100 disciplines. There are number of disciplines, okay, more than 100 disciplines, and more, okay, so that more than 100 disciplines are abstracting the scientific indexing. So what are these indexing? That is science citation index. These people, science people can use, science people have science citation index. But apart from that, science citation index, because science citation index already, there are so many journals and there are hodgepodge to calculate the science, to calculate the impact factor and to calculating the SCI of that journal. So therefore, new indexing is emerged, that is called as SCI citation expanded. Okay, SCI expanded. So there are new journals are, whatever new journals are every year introducing, that new journals are under the banner of SCI expanded. Okay, then emerging source citation index. This is a less citation index, but it is a similar to the SCI expanded. Okay, here in emerging science source citation index, there are social science, humanities people are coming. Even though social citation index, science citation index for the social science people, there is a social citation index. And apart from this, by Indian peoples, because most of the people like Marathi people, Marathi language people, Hindi language people, because Marathi language people, they are saying, they are always blaming because we do not have this SCI. Okay, our journal do not have SCI, then how can I? So you must have the ICI, Indian Citation Index. Okay, and you can also recommend, you can also request your university, instead of SCI, we must incorporate in ICI, and it is exactly, you must request to your VC, our VC university body, our only Marathi and Hindi peoples, because these people do not have the SCS, SCI and social science journal. Okay, so they must index in the ICI, Indian Citation Index. Okay, apart from that, cross reference, that is DOI, digital identify. Okay, digital of identify. It is the other card of articles. Okay, so this is the most important for any article, and DOI of every article, it is totally different. Okay, then Scopus, as you told, the Scopus is the website of the elsewhere. Then Google Scholar, ResearchGate, Chemical Abstract, Web of Science. Okay, then PubMed is also for the biological people, and PubMed required the good image, then data. Okay, then and when only your article containing biological data, life science data, then you will get the PubMed number. Then journal citation report, the impact factor is calculated on the basis of journal citation report. This is the big report, big organization. On the basis of journal citation report, you are getting the impact factor. Okay, SciMago is totally, that is called as SCI Imago. It is based on the particular subject. Okay, so it means every journal has SciMago indexing. So on the basis of, because journal to particular subject in hai, there are, it means every journal can taking the publishing the data of different subject. So, but how much articles having the single subject like chemistry, botany, zoology? So that data calculated on the basis of SCI, that is SciMago. Okay, so thank you so much. Dear friend, and thank you so much, Dr. Gandhare sir, Dr. Borkar sir, Dr. Naveen sir, and Jadhav sir, giving me opportunity. Okay, giving me opportunity to interact with you. Thank you so much. Before that, I would like to tell you that those are the researcher, young burning researcher. please try to open the R-sheet number. R-sheet number is most important. It is a, just like I said that DY number. DY number is the Aadhaar card of article. So R-sheet number is Aadhaar card of researcher. Okay, it is simple one-step procedure, and you will get within a 2 minutes, you will get the R-sheet number. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such an informative, elaborative, and dynamic talk. While moving toward the next part of the session, time to show gratitude. So to propose the vote of thanks, I would like to call Dr. Dr. Nilesh Jadhav, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Nabira Mahavidyalaya, Kator. Dr. Jadhav, sir.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Some participant raise the hand.
Hello.
Okay,
Any question? Any question? If you have any question, any doubt, you can ask brilliantly, boldly. There is no any type of agitation. You can ask. Some people are raised the. Yeah, you can read out their question.
Yes, sir. I will read out, sir. Someone asked, sir, what are the difference between research article, research paper, and research manuscript? This is a question from Jameshwar Prasad Sahu. He asked about what are the differences between research article, research paper, and research manuscript.
Research article means that is based on the research, what you did in your laboratory. Okay, that is called simple. You must say that is the regular articles. Okay, regular article means what you done, what you carried out in your laboratory, and that thing that is called as research article. Regular article, simple based that is called a regular article. And article may be there are different types. It may be regular article, it may be review article, it may be critical article, it may be short article. Okay, and review article no need to require the table work, no need to require the laboratory. So if you are expertise in the particular field, yeah, if you are going to be write down the review article, and your H index is not more than 15, then you can make association with the another person, yeah, reputed person, and you can write the review articles. Okay, but to submit the review article, one of the author require H index 15, yeah, more than 15.
Sir, there is a second question which is asked by Masay Pramod. Can you suggest anything for plagiarism?
Yes. Plagiarism, there are so many softwares like Urkund, Authenticate, and the Turnitin. And Turnitin is the best software, but it is more about, I think that is based on the quality of the software. And you will find 50,000 to 1 lakh, 50,000, 1 lakh and 50,000. And Authenticate is more hi-fi software. These are using by the journals. Okay, and this plagiarism, and whenever you're writing the article, a regular article, no need to just you cite instead of the copying, because you are borrowing the word, you are borrowing their idea, you are borrowing their words, you are borrowing their hypothesis, you are borrowing their it means thought. So you must cite it. Otherwise, you will be infringed, you will be culprit, you will be trapped. You will be trapped by journal. You will get the more than 20 years of jail according to COPE. There is a guideline COPE that is called as Committee of Public Ethics. So according to COPE, if you're writing the article, the second most important thing is that I forget that according to COPE, you could not refer your own article. You must refer, you must cite your article only 10%. If you are in your review article, there is 100 references, then you cite only 10 references your own. And if there is a regular article, give only 50 references. Regular article only 50. Regular article can give only 50 citation and 50 references. Reviewer article, there is an urgent requirement that is more than 100. You can give the more than 100, 200, 300, 400 review article. So more number of references in the review article that give the beauty of the review articles. Okay, but regular article only try to give the only 50 references. Okay, so citation is the most important. So plagiarism, so your question is good. So plagiarism, so to check the plagiarism, there are software, and before don't submit the paper without plagiarism a similarity report. Just take the similarity. You can find out the online. There is a Urkun, okay, but authenticate and turn it. You will not get the online. Okay, you can get the Urkun software. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can find. You can make from another people, but without reducing similarity, you could not submit it. Thank you.
There is another question from Sudhir Kulkarni, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
He asked about explain the AD scientific index.
ED.
AD.
ED scientific index. I do not know ED scientific index. I am also heard first time. ED.
Yes.
ED. I do not know ED.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Sir.
So to propose the vote of thanks, may I call upon Mr. Neeraj Jadhav, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Namira Mahadare Kator. Over to you, sir. Dr. Jadhav, sir.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello. Okay. Good afternoon, one and all. I would like to thank Dr. Ratiram Chaudhari, sir, from bottom of my heart for giving his valuable time and delivering such a wonderful motivational lecture on research, article writing, and indexing. Truly, sir, all the participants surely got an idea about research articles writing and indexing. Also, I would like to thank Dr. Barsagade, sir, for such a nice introduction of guest speaker. Also, I would like to thank Dr. Gandhare, sir, for comparing the session, Dr. Meshram madam, Dr. Dharade, sir, Mr. More, sir, Dr. Jivani, sir, Mr. Revatkar, sir, for their technical support. Lastly, I would like to thank all the participants for participating and listening carefully with a great enthusiasm. With the permission of organizing committee, I would like to conclude here that today's session is over. We will meet tomorrow with our new guest speaker. Take care. Thank you, all of you. Thank you,
Thank you, Ratiram, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you all.
Pleasure,
Now we take your leave and we'll meet tomorrow on same platform. Thank you. Good day.
Thank you, sir. Sir, can I end the session?
Yes. End the session, sir.
Okay.
Please.